to this. And now, first-round games in home field settings. Is going to be rocking. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And now a brand new step in this season that gets even more intense. A playoff game on a college campus, Kirk. What an environment here. What a special moment for both these teams.
Chris, we're all big fans of what we see in the playoffs, especially on these college campuses. Find out how good this team on the road can be. Can they navigate the waters of dealing with not just a great team, but dealing with a hostile environment? It's a lot, but let's see if they can get it done.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Here's a target, and it's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. So the first drive of the game, instead of punting and pitting the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on fourth down. To throw, it's Poe. Looks like Northwestern will have the first down.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down instead. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. And on fourth down, they line up in the Wildcat. What's the call here? Direct snap. Defense makes the tackle, but that Wildcat look does produce a first down.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to throw here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Play number 10 of the opening drive. Can he keep it going here on third and long? Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Caught for the completion. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on fourth down, so you try to get as much as you can on third to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on fourth down.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Scanning the field. It's Poe. Bringing pressure. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. And it's a bunch formation. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught quickly. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The ball is caught, brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. The defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Let's go. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Second and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the Baylor Bears offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kurt. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Here's the handoff. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Pass is caught. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call.
Holding.
So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Second down after that previous play. And he'll set up to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And they keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
But they don't make the connection. That run is incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looks left and finds his target there. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. And they'll kick it away here. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds, so no return. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. The back's got it. Passes the 40. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking downfield, it's Poe. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. Northwestern has the lead here, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Defense is coming after him. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
It looked to me like the defense was surprised that the free safety was able to sneak up in there and come up with that nice sack.
And the Bears will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage seam downs the ball right there.
They fumble on the punt return, and now some new life to this offense that just left the field just a few moments ago.
Here comes a handoff. Breaks it over space. It's a nice gain. They'll move the football up to the 27.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Pass complete. It's second down now. Back to pass. It's Poe. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. Incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw yet again. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Oh, he's bringing it back.
They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Bears. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Breaking free at the 35. Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position.
Man, this defense has got to do a better job. It's one thing to give up a completion, but all those yards after the completion are what can really hurt you as a defense.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Back to pass. It's Poe. He'll be taken down. Marker on the field. If it's on the offense, that'll be a sack. Hold. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Lets it go quickly. Receiver makes the catch on a comeback route.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the PAT is good. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks into the clear. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gain the first down yardage. The Bears starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Man, the defense catches a break here, Chris. That in-breaking route is wide open. Quarterback makes it a really nice throw. The receiver just dropped the football and misses out on a big gain. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field going for it on 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
That's why you practice and practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Hook throw with the quarterback off the RPO. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Launching one to the end zone. This will call incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on fourth down.
Dump off caught by the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Again, coming out of the RPO, it is complete. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Poe. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Pressure is coming. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Catch made over the middle. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So here comes the Baylor offense out of the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter. Already trailing by a couple possessions. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Bears come up to the line in a hurry. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking deep to the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
And the returner will be brought down. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. Ball handed off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the arc.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, this offense did everything right in that first half. Really put on a clinic, and here we are coming out to start the second half. The opening drive, so much for the defense making adjustments. Put another touchdown up on the board.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. On first down, it's play action. Finds his target. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
That run moves the ball across the 40.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down. The Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Play fake, looking to throw. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver.
It's now second down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The receiver grabs it. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Makes a quick grab. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. And the Bears will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. And there's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
To throw, it's Poe. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, what a grab! Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him down out near the 40.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And they pick up the first on the ground. A change of direction. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They'll run it here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Try and muscle for the first down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Offense.
Well, they tried to grind that out for those 2 yards, and they came up just short. I'm talking inches short. You know the players are going to say, hey, Coach, let's go for it. We can make it. We can make it. It's 4th down and inches. Get behind that line and go for it.
First down.
After a clutch conversion on 4th down, let's see if they keep feeding the running back here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's past the marker and still going. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Inside give now from the shotgun. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Northwestern now operating in the red zone. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of their quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
And it's picked off in the end zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here.
Could take it all the way. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. Northwestern has the lead here. And with 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
I love what the defense is doing here, sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Quick throw complete to the tight end.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got room to run. Great cut there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. He's running out of time here. And he finds the running back in the flat.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tries to cut into this lead.
How about
the offense being aggressive. They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Second down play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaking tackles. The ball is loose. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. It's a draw. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
This Northwestern offense is quickly moving down the field. Grinding away with their running game. They finally stop him at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
They're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. And it's a direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Well, I just love to see an offense finish off a drive. You get inside that 5-yard line, you've got to be able to pound the ball to the goal line and into the end zone. Great job to finish it off.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
35.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Their championship dreams not quite dead yet, but it's desperation time. They've got to get something going right now. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looks right for a quick completion. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. 1st down to the 48. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. 1st down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And that pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Throw to the running back in the flat. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
He makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
And the Bears are in the red zone.
22 water.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Baylor.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Wide open downfield. You make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent.
Putting toward the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Wildcats.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense out of the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Important 2nd down play coming up. The receiver makes the grab, and the gain just good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The Bears will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.